Good day, stock market traders and investors. This is Total Investor, everyone's favorite investment YouTube channel. Today I'm going to go through about a dozen charts of stocks that I've found with very interesting stock patterns. The first one that I'm going to show you is Funko, FNKO. And what I have here, this is a 6-month chart. It topped out back in mid-June where I drew a trend line all the way down. We've got like lower lows all the way down, okay? And it bottomed out mid-August and then it broke the trend line and moved up from there. Now, I want to show you something. As it's going down, obviously the stock makes lower lows, but look what happened here. We've got the RSI that did not, it flattened out, and that was actually a warning signal that the stock could be making a final bottom. And as we see here, as the RSI flattened out, that was the last time that the stock made its last final low before it broke the trend line. Okay, so it works. I'm not going to say that it works 100% of the time, but it is very good as an indicator, as a warning indicator that the immediate trend is going to stop. Okay, now it doesn't have to turn 180 degrees. It could flatten out and move sideways. In this case, it did start to move up. Okay, the stock moved up. The stock is now above the 10-day moving average and also the 50-day moving average. That's bullish. And guess what happened here? The stock moved above 50. So it gave a buy signal. You could have used any of these indicators like the breaking of the trend line as a buy signal. You could have used the moving above the 10-day moving average as a buy signal. You could have used the breaking of the 50 on the RSI as a buy signal, or any combination. Okay, but again, the point of me bringing this chart pattern to you is to show you the bullish divergence between RSI and the stock price. And there's several others that I want to show you as well. Okay, so that was one, FNKO. The next one is Rogers Communication. It's showing here, again, this is very short term, a low in the stock here in August and in early September, a lower low. But look at the RSI. The second low is higher than the first one. So there is our bullish divergence. Okay, we've got the stock moving above the 10-day moving average, sloping upwards. We're pretty much at the 50, not quite there yet, and we've got some resistance here. So this is something that we want to put on our watch list. Okay, the stock seems to have bottomed out, and we've got a potential for a move upwards. It's got to break this resistance level where it was originally support, became support here, and then resistance again. So it's got to break that, and a downtrend line from here all the way through. Okay, so watch list for now. Next, Nordstrom, stock symbol JWN. The stock topped out at just over 23, came crashing down. A low here, low, low, low. So the stock is making lower lows, but look at the RSI. That flattened out with a very, very slight tendency to the upside here. That is now moving up, breaking the 30. The stock, this formation is a descending triangle, which is bullish. Plus, you've got the divergence, which is also bullish divergence. Okay, now I'm not sure if it has broken through this particular trend line that I drew here. I guess it depends on exactly how accurately you're drawing that to determine that. But I'd like to see it go above the 10-day moving average before I would even consider that. But this is certainly something that should be going onto your watch list. Keep in mind, I don't expect this thing to be moving right back up to 23. That might be expecting a little bit much. Nothing goes down and then up, back up like that quickly. But you could probably make a few percentage points. Again, be very careful. and put it on your watch list. Okay, next, Carnival Corp. I'm not sure. I believe I brought this to your attention earlier, a couple of days ago, just to to look at it again. We've got a lower lows being made on the stock. We've got a trend line drawn here, and it finally broke that trend line. The stock is now above the 10-day, not far from the 50-day moving average. I think it could get there with a couple of days. The RSI has broken its trend line, moving higher at 45, not quite at the 50, but this is another candidate for putting on your watch list. Okay, if we get moving, we could get a couple of good points there, which would bring us a good return for the short term, at least for now. So another watch list stock, CCL, Carnival Corp. Next, this one is a completely different pattern. It's not has nothing to do with the bullish divergences, but we do have a trend line break in the stock from the high of 27.5 roughly down here, and just yesterday it finally broke through. The stock has 2 days, 2 green candles, 2 days that it broke the trend line. It's now decidedly above the 10-day moving average and the 50, both looking at that they're moving higher, although they haven't crossed yet. That's okay. And the RSI is now in the positive zone above 50, so this looks very good. Graphic Packaging Holding, GPK, is a stock symbol. I think we've got a few more points to get to the highs here possible. But again, it's got, the general market has to participate in these, along with this particular stock. Volume, by the way, 6.8 million, which is more than twice the 20-day average of 3.2 million. So we always want good trend breaks with good volume. Next, MP Materials. MP is a stock symbol. We've got some major resistance here at the 26 level. The stock, I drew, the last time that it hit resistance here was back in early July, so I drew a trend line. We broke that. We're now moving higher. The stock is above the 10-day and the 50-day moving averages. The RSI is above 50. So this looks good as short term, but strong resistance at 26. And then once it breaks that, we'll wait until that happens. But for now, we've got some good a few percentage points that it can still move. Next, Mesabi Trust, MSB. I drew a triangle. This is what one would consider a coil, where it's coiling, where the triangle keeps getting smaller and smaller, or tighter and tighter, and then we get a break on either side. Today it broke to the upside. We've got a little bit of resistance at 22, which is where we had some resistance up here and support here. So 22 is the initial target, or even 23, which is we got some good trading here. And then we got 26. The RSI, same pattern. It also broke, and it's above 50. So this is something that something to consider. MSB, Mesabi Trust. Next, we've got PayPal Holdings, PYPL. We've got an upside down triangle, or where it's flat on the upside, an ascending triangle. And how you measure this, the target is from the bottom to where it flatlines here. So we're talking, let's say, $6.50, $7 roughly. Okay, these are just like rough numbers. Can't give you an exact figure. Plus, we've got a huge gap here that may want to be filled. So 73, 72 is a target area, short term. Okay, it has broken through, it has broken above the 10-day. We are at the 50-day, and we're still waiting for it to break this resistance level. RSI trending higher and above the 50. So that looks positive on PayPal. Next, we've got Star Bulk Carriers, SBLK. What we've got is a sideways pattern moving straight across for several months. We've touched some resistance here, sorry, some support at this level. I believe this is just under $17. And if we notice, as the stock moves sideways, the RSI is finding the lows just a little bit higher. Not much, but it is moving higher, okay? So that is, or can be seen as bullish divergence, although it's happening over many, many months. We've got the RSI finally breaking above 50. We've got the stock above 10 and the 50-day moving average, but still in this range. So this, for now, looks like it may want to finally break, but we're going to have to wait and see. Put this one on your watch list. And another thing that I just left out here was that the volume 1.2 million above the 778,000 20-day average on the volume. So that is also what we want to see. And AT&T. The stock has its high here for the past 6 months back in mid-April. I drew a downtrend line. It broke that in mid-August. And now we've got a support level, which now became a resistance level. Okay, that's at the $15. We are pretty much there right now. The stock is above the 10-day and the 50-day moving average. Both are moving higher. They haven't crossed that. They haven't crossed each other yet. That could happen at any day now, possibly tomorrow. And the RSI is in the above 50 and across 50. That is positive. The volume 55 million above the 20-day average of 34 million. So everything is positive for AT&T. Although for final confirmation, I guess you would probably want to wait until it finally crosses above 15, or where the two moving averages have crossed. Okay, for final confirmation. And finally, the XME. This is the S&P Metals and Mining ETF. Okay, we have a very large ascending triangle where we have resistance at 55, I believe, or 56, I should say. And the bottom here is 44, if I got that right. No, I'm sorry, 54 and 44, my mistake. So it looks like we've got the RSI is in positive territory. It's above 50. We've got the stock above 10-day and the 50-day moving average. We are right at the resistance level. So I think that once this thing crosses and we got good volume, which we did today, we got 5.25 million shares, well above the almost double the normal volume over the average of 20 days. Everything looks good with this. The target would be from here to here, which is $10. So $10 plus here, we're talking about $64. Okay. Again, with targets, be very careful. It is just that. It is only a target. It does not mean that the stock, or in this case the ETF, has to get there. It does not. Anything can happen. It is just a target. Okay. Use a trailing stop, move it up as the stock moves up, and you get taken out. Okay, in due time when it pulls back. Okay. So as I've mentioned before in the past, everything that I tell you here should not be seen as financial advice, because I'm not your broker, I'm not your financial advisor, I don't know you or your financial goals or your risk tolerances or anything like that. It's about it's educational purposes only. Okay, that's the whole purpose of this channel, is to show you what goes through the mind of someone who looks at technical analysis using charts. Again, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so. That helps me and this channel out. A big thumbs up if you think that I deserve it. If you don't think so, comment. I'd love to hear why, how you think I can improve this, why you like it, why you're following me. I'd love to hear your opinion. And if you can, on social media, whether it's Reddit or I don't know, Facebook, Twitter. Get the word out. Let people know what we do here, and hopefully we'll make this a very successful investment channel, and we will go from there. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you.